Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Pollard at solarpoweredpeople.org and Jeff Pollard11 on Instagram. Once again, we have another great episode with another great guest. Please, who are you? What are you about?
Hi, my name is Alina Ugas. I am a leadership and wellness coach and also a hypnotherapist. And I bring harmony to your hustle, meaning I combine wellness and your profession in order for you to be able to continue being a healthy individual.
Okay, so she wants to make you the better person, is what I'm gathering. Now, I heard
I'm making you money.
One key thing that I want to get into is, so you said hypnosis, and I kind of think like the dangling watch or something, or the swirly lines. Tell me, what is that? What is it really?
Right. So a lot of people do believe that because of Vegas, of course, and the stage shows. So hypnosis does not work if you don't want it to work. So like those people that you see on stage, quacking like a duck and, doing all those funny things is because they want to. It's not because they're really hypnotized into. Now, for hypnosis, I always have to do a couple of exercises prior to see if you're a candidate. Everybody is not able to go under hypnosis, either because they're afraid, or because they don't believe they need it. So it has a lot to do with that.
Okay, so if I want your services and I want to better myself, I contact you. What if I'm like through Zoom? Are you still able to give me those things through Zoom?
Yeah, so there's two misconceptions about hypnosis that I always like to emphasize. One of them is that it does not work unless you're in the same room. That is not true.
Okay.
During COVID, all of my hypnosis sessions were on Zoom, and it worked perfectly because hypnosis is about your subconscious level, and so if you are willing, it does work.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, and then the other one is that it works only if you want it to work.
Yes.
So if you come to me and you say, I want to stop smoking, which is a perfect example. I want to stop smoking because it bothers my wife.
Sure.
But you don't want to stop smoking. So it's not going to work.
In my heart,
right.
I don't. Oh, okay.
Yes, and you're probably thinking, gosh, do I get rid of my wife? Or do I try to stop smoking in order for us to be able to have a good relationship?
Okay. And do you handle that aspect as well? Where it's like, okay, this part's not working because we just found out you truly don't want to, so let's try this other.
Right.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's funny that you said that because this scenario was actually one of my clients. I worked with him probably like about almost a year, but we worked on so many different things because I am a business coach. So he came in for hypnosis to stop smoking.
Okay.
And it wasn't working.
Yeah.
And so I'm not a quitter, and I had to get to the bottom of this. So then it was that he wanted to continue to smoke, because I finally had to tell him, okay, so you don't want to stop smoking.
Okay.
And then he said, to be honest with you, I don't, but my wife wants me to.
Very interesting.
And so then I started working with her.
Really?
Yes, we have to, because we need to see, what is it really that's going to happen here. So he worked on so many other behaviors, but he never stopped smoking.
So it turned
he stopped
out
drinking, but not smoking.
Now, was that something that he stumbled upon with the quit drinking, or like he's okay? Wow, that was layered.
Yeah. So we started with him. We started about hypnosis and to stop drinking, and I did the whole exercise with him, and so I had him come back 2 weeks later to make sure. It's called anchoring, so it got anchored.
Okay.
And so he said no, and I said, what do you mean no? Because it's supposed to be working. I'm very passionate about it. And so he said, okay, so to be honest with you, I really don't want to stop. He was getting up in the middle of the night to smoke, so she would not know that he was smoking.
Okay.
Right. And so he said, I like smoking. It's something that it brings him peace. And he said, I could give up other things that he needed to give up, but smoking seemed to be the one thing he wanted to hold on to. So we did. We got, other.
Now, with that example, and maybe it was, but like, were you able to then help him with his career, or do you have another example then where it's more career?
Right. So then it
Focus?
just so happened that it started out actually being hypnosis, but then it went on into coaching.
Okay.
Life coaching. So then I started helping him with his business. As a matter of fact, he was able to not only sell his house and make lots of money, because that was something that was stopping him, because it was his connection to his ex-wife. So that wasn't going over well with the new one.
No.
So he was able to be really okay with that.
Okay.
He was able to get rid of an employee that really wasn't conducive to his work.
Okay.
But he's just a really nice guy. So it was
Got
hard
it.
for him. So
Yeah,
we were
yeah, yeah.
able to, get her to move on to another job, and then hire somebody that was really good for him.
Okay.
And he even ended up getting a business in Florida. He moved from Manhattan Beach. He kept his business here, and then he opened the same branch in Florida.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, he's doing very well.
So from what I'm getting is like, life is intricate webs and stuff, and so one thing helps the other thing, and she actually has a structure that can then help tailor you for all those stuff.
Right.
So you could come in for one thing and then leave for another, but she's helping you with the in-betweens also.
Right. And then also self-hypnosis works. I am a hypnotherapist, and I have hypnotized myself with so many things. As a matter of fact, the last one was I was a little chunky. And I wasn't 100% happy with it because, it could cause a lot of illnesses. Yeah. And so I hypnotized myself, and I lost 30 pounds in 18 months.
Wow.
And I'm able to keep it off. I mean, like, I don't eat chocolate anymore because I gave that up. However, I haven't given up carrot cake because I love it.
Well, then, okay, is it something where you kind of feel nauseous now? Like, what kind of thing did you do to yourself to where you're like, I don't want it? Is it just pure choice, I don't want it? Or are you like, oh, I'm getting dry mouth now, I'm feeling weird, or what is you just don't want it?
So I used to drink a 6-pack of diet, caffeine-free Diet Pepsi.
Okay.
And the doctor said, okay, you cannot do that.
Okay.
He said, but what are you getting out of it? And I was like, it tastes good. That's what I was getting out of it.
Yeah.
But because I knew it wasn't healthy, I come from the medical field for 33 years, so I knew it wasn't good for me.
Okay.
So I hypnotized myself. I haven't had a Pepsi maybe 6-7 years, and I have absolutely no desire to have one. So, that's something like that. So you can't generalize. Like, I don't want to eat cookies. It doesn't work like that. So it's very specific.
Interesting.
Right. So with the cakes and me, I love cakes.
Yeah.
I would rather have a dessert than have dinner. And so I had to start getting rid of the ones that are not that good. So, I gave up vanilla.
That's the tastiest stuff.
Why? Vanilla, nobody wants that. Vanilla, I gave up chocolate. However, red velvet and carrots, my weakness, and I'm not going to do anything about that.
We still have to live life.
And that's what I say, yes.
Well, okay, that's so awesome. All right, well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And if you ever need, hypnotherapy, if you need a life coach, if you need anything in between that, please contact her. All her information will be where information is found.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. This is great. I
All right.
appreciate you.
Take care, everybody. Hey, everybody, I have some exciting news. I wrote another kid's book, Uncle Duncle. I drew the pictures, I wrote the story. Please support, I'd really appreciate it. I also wrote The Giraffe and the Lion. That's another one, so collect them all if you have kids or if you don't. It's just a fun read. Really appreciate it. Take care, everybody.